growing up, my dad had a saying. He would say, "Be where you're supposed to be when you're supposed to be there." And he would say this all the time. It was kind of like a broken record. It was really annoying as a teenager. But he would say this in reference to, being at church activities when we're supposed to be there, attending mutual, fulfilling our young women responsibilities when we had them. But just like any other teenage girl, I just kind of brushed it aside and just kind of ignored it. I would think to myself, I'm a big girl. I can take care of myself. One summer night, a couple friends and I got together, just perfectly innocent. We were just playing board games and watching a couple movies. About 10 o'clock at night, we decided we were bored, and we decided that we were going to go to the park and just hang out and have fun inside the slides, swing the swings, things like that. We all piled into a car that was way too small to hold the 7 of us, and we just kind of crammed in and hoped that we wouldn't get pulled over by a cop. We found the nearest park, and as we drove into the park, we all saw the sign that said "Park closes at sunset." But there were no gates, and they weren't closed, so we just thought to ourselves, we're in a big group, we'll be okay, we can watch out for one another, we'll protect each other. And so we proceeded into the park anyways. We were there for about 45 minutes when we saw a cop car pull into the park, and we all started to panic a little bit. Most of us made the smart decision and ran to the car. My friend and I made the probably not so smart decision, and we decided to hide in the woods behind the park. We watched as our friends, got stopped by the cop and the officer, and they piled in the car and drove on without us. And at this point, all I could think was, how are we going to get back? That was our ride. I can't believe they left us. And so I was just kind of panicking. As our friends drove off, we noticed the cop get into his car, and he started driving around the park. And my friend and I are just sitting in the forest, in the fetal position, kind of just trying to stay low and try to stay hidden. The cop pulled out his spotlight and started searching the woods. And that's when I have my really big panic attack. I start kind of shaking and like, what are we going to do? And luckily my friend was able to keep me quiet. It was a miracle the cop didn't find us at all. I would have been lost without my friend. But after the cop left the park, we were able to reunite with our friends at a gas station, and we were able to calm each other down by laughing about the situation and telling different sides of all the stories, and it was just a good time. And we were able to go home, no harm, no foul, no one got hurt, no one got in trouble, or at least so we thought. The next few days were a pain for me, literally. I discovered that I had gotten chiggers from sitting in the woods. Both my friend and I had gotten chiggers. And the next few days I was really irritant and itchy and just in a lot of pain. And I learned then that my dad's saying of being where you're supposed to be, when you're supposed to be there, was true. And that's something that I've always carried with me, that being obedient will protect you.